Hello and welcome to Cooking with Adora Hooper. Today we are going to be making almond bark spider webs with vanilla almond bark with chocolate almond bark spiders on the vanilla almond bark spider webs. Let's get started. Okay, this is the almond bark. It's vanilla flavored, it's white, and that's what we're going to be using. It comes in these long pieces, and you'll have to break them up. And I would suggest, depending on how many spider webs, depending on how big your spider web is going to be, mine are about the size of dinner plates. So each spider web takes almost an entire block. So 3 blocks would be about 3 spider webs. You put it in the microwave and you stir it for 30 seconds. Now this is a process that you can do one of 2 ways. You can do it in the microwave, or if you have a double boiler, you can melt it over a double boiler. You can look up online how to do that, but I don't have a double boiler, so I'm doing it in the microwave. You take them out, and they're not quite melted, and you take a spoon and you just stir it around a little bit, and then you put them back in, and then after the 30-second start, you do 15-second intervals. So you keep doing 15-second intervals until they're all nicely melted down together. And you keep stirring in between each time. And they will slowly become melted. Like right now they're starting to melt just a little bit more. Now they're really kind of melted, but there's still some chunks in there. So we put them back in. It shouldn't take too much longer. It's kind of boring work, but it's worth it in the end. Now it's all melted down. There's still a couple chunks, but they're not really big. And if you stirred it, they would melt down. But we want it really liquidy. So for what we're going to do with it, we're going to be piping it. So we're going to put it in there for a couple more times, just to make sure that it's nice and warm. Liquidy. See, right now it's about a good consistency. I want it just a little bit warmer. Just a little bit thinner mixture so that it flows better. And that way, as it cools, it doesn't cool as fast. Okay. Now be careful because the bowl, if you're using glass bowls like I am, they get really hot. So be careful not to burn yourself. See, now it's really thin. Now we're going to take sandwich bags, and these are brand new ones that I just bought for this very reason. I'm going to take one sandwich bag and we're going to spoon a little bit into the bag. Like maybe 2 spoonfuls. And then we are going to move past the cameraman. And find the corner of the sandwich bag. And there's this little tiny corner that sticks out. And we don't want to make a very big hole. Like even that little hole that I made might have been too big. We just want it a very small hole. And then we're going to start pushing all of the almond bark down towards that hole. Now we have a sheet of wax paper. This is what a finished spider web will look like. And I'm just doing it from scratch. You can make a design on a piece of paper and go from there. So what I do is I put it on top of a plate so I know how big it is going to be. And then you just start piping. I'm piping too fast and not moving fast enough. So my spider web doesn't look exact, but that's okay. It doesn't have to look perfect. And if there's an area that looks like there's not enough almond bark, add just a little bit more. You kind of need to use up all that is in the bag before it gets cool, because once it gets cool, you can't use it anymore. It gets hard as a rock, and you can't microwave these bags. But if you find bags that are microwavable, then you can heat it back up in the microwave. Just put a little bowl underneath so that if any runs out when you microwave it, you still have it captured. But yeah, just go over the areas that might need it. The spider webs are supposed to be fun, not perfect. And then when you're done, you can always open the bag up again and put more in, or you can just throw the bag away and get a new bag for a new one. Now you're going to have to let this set. and it usually takes 10 to 15 minutes to set. So we're going to let this one set, and we're going to add our spider to this one. Now I'm going to lay this back there. Pardon my dirty dishes in my sink, if you can see them. But we're going to add a spider to this already completed one. I completed it a couple days ago. So we're going to take chocolate flavored almond bite, and we're going to heat it up the same way. Now, we won't need as much for a spider, I don't think. So we're going to start with one square in a smaller bowl. And see, I'm going to do a lot of spider webs, that's why I made so much. But I just wanted to show you how it's done with one. And then here's my other spoon for doing the chocolate. See, it doesn't look like it melted very much in the first 30 seconds. But and you just keep at it with 15-second intervals. And I guess I could have left scissors in here since we're going to be needing them. And we can go ahead and get a bag prepared. See, now it's starting to melt a little bit more, but it still has a ways to go. But if you put it in for more than 15 seconds at a time, you are risking burning the almond bite, and that won't be good. But you just snip the end off, just a really tiny corner, just like that. I don't know if the resolution is good enough for you to see that or not, but almost there. See, it's all melted, but we want it to be really thin, so I'm going to put it in for an additional 15 seconds just to make sure it's good and warm so that it flows nicely. There you go. Now we find the corner that we cut and then tip it so that the corner is down. And drop about 2 spoonfuls in there. And we'll start with that. Okay, that was our fresh one. So this is the one I already made. So we're going to make a spider. We're going to make its head there and a large body. Okay, maybe I made it a little too runny. Yeah, I made it a little too runny. We're going to cut this part out
You want me to keep rolling?
Let's see if I can save it. Okay, there's the body. I'll make a tiny head right there. There. And then we make little legs that come out. Now when you make your legs, make sure they attach to another part of the spider web, or else they'll break off. Make sure that the body is all covered. There, now you have a spider on your spider web. Alright, well, that's all for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make almond bark spider webs with almond bark spiders, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween. Have a great day. Bye.